Alright, so this video is about the Golden Harvest Village Raid, commonly known as the Grand Harvest Square. It happens 3 times a day, at 7, 10, and 1. For you, it might be at a different time, so just check your clock at the top right here, and I'll tell you what time it will happen for you. And another thing to note too is that it only happens on channels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you get the dailies from Defense Captain Hakju here. So one of the dailies is to defeat the Exterminator. Another is to defeat Hansoo, Bakdonny, and Wu Fei. And the other one is to defeat 10 mobs. So I'll show you guys now where the mobs approximately spawn. So for the western side of the map, there's 2 that spawn right here. One that spawns about right here. One by this guard. There's always 3 by the gate here. One by this tree. One approximately in this area right here, the spot. And there's about 2 or 3 that spawn here where the defense guard will spawn. And now I'll show you guys the western gate spawns. So there's one that spawns about right here. One by these stairs. Three by the gate here. About 2 right here in this spot. One right here. And then 2 and 3 are right here where the defense guard will spawn. And I'll show you for the eastern gate. So one will spawn by this trading cart. And the typical 3 will spawn by this gate here. And there's 3 that spawn in this area, in this zone right here. And then 2 and 3 by this defense guard that will spawn shortly. Thing to know about the mobs, to get credit for them, it's based on who tags it first. I definitely recommend having a party of 6 to help tag. Another thing to note as well is that these elite guards right here, honor guards, can drop beast bog keys, which you need to get into the treasure trove, along with having a full map piece, which would be this right here. And as well, it's always best to restart your client just before the event starts, at least an hour before it starts. There seems to be some sort of, I don't know what you want to call it, like a bug or problem or error issue, whatever you want to call it. If you have your game running for more than several hours and then you try to do this raid, most of the time you will crash. And I believe it has something to do with the memory. It's not the game, it's just the client. So yeah, what you just saw there is the announcement spawns for the bosses that you have to kill. Hansoo, Bakdonny, and Wu Fei. Hansoo is always west here. Bakdonny is east. And Wu Fei is always south. The spawn order won't always be the same. And when these guys do spawn, just use your buffs, everything you got, because it's very important you do as much damage as possible to tag these guys. If you have a Warlock in the party, the Warlock can safely use a Soul Burn at this point, because he'll have it in time before the Exterminator spawns. So now that all three of these bosses have been defeated, that will trigger the Exterminator. For this announcement here, the villager is always in a random spot. Sometimes he's in this corner here. Oh, and he actually is in this corner. So by killing all these looters here, you will free the villager, and he will drop weapons. I think he drops about 5 or 6 weapons, and the only thing is though is the loot is free for all, so you have to be quick to recover it. So just spam your F key. What do I get? I got a bomb. Alright, that works. So as far as the villager and where he can be held captive, it's kind of randomized. Like I said before, he could be in that corner, like I just I was in. He could also be in this corner here, behind the marketplace. And then he's also been known to be right here in this spot too. As far as the other locations on the western side, I'm not really sure, just because I haven't been to that side very often. I've always stayed on the eastern side. But I would assume that he would be kind of like in the same pattern, like in the corner here. Maybe perhaps even on top of this, where the this fireplace thing is. And probably even by the pumpkins over there, possibly. So if you know where he spawns for the western side, just leave a comment below and, you know, help us out. But back to the weapons that Villager drops. They do incredible damage, and they will guarantee that you will get credits from the Exterminator. So definitely try to go for these weapons if you have problems getting credit from the Exterminator, especially, you know, if it's because it's just too laggy, you can't get your DPS in, or if your AP is just too low. I believe this bomb does 100,000 damage, so it's pretty much for sure I'll get credit with just the bomb alone. And the Exterminator will always spawn about 3 minutes after all 3 bosses have been defeated, so you should be up about 7-11. Yeah, there it is. And he pulled me in. I mean, I could have swore I was outside of that AoE, but whatever, I guess. Alright, so that's what the Exterminator can drop from the chest. Or I guess it's loot table.
I am receiving reports that the Exterminator has himself been
And that was the dynamic quest reward I just got. So even if you finish your dailies here, He is kind of worth doing just to get the dynamic quest, just because you get, you know, that much experience. That's like, what, 2 dailies? 1.5 dailies? It's kind of worth it if you're willing to put up with the lag.
You did it. You are the hero of Grand Harvest Square.
And I didn't manage to finish all the dailies here, but in total, you get about 2.5 gold. So that's pretty decent. Alright, so that ends the video on the Grand Harvest Square. Thank you for watching.